Na mtazamaji, kuangazia taarifa nyingine ambayo inaendelea kwa hivi sasa mbele ya kamati ya afya ya bunge la seneti ni kwamba kaimu afisa mkuu mtendaji wa KEMSA Andrew Mulwa amefika mbele ya kamati hiyo, ikiwa ni pamoja na katibu wa kudumu katika wizara ya michezo Peter Tum. Wanahojiwa kuhusiana na sakata ya KEMSA, na kwa hivi sasa tuvuke moja kwa moja tusikilize jinsi mahojiano hayo yanavyoendelea.
From the blue. Or was it an email that was misdirected, was supposed to go there? Or is it an official one email address for the ministry that then is being used by everybody?
Chair, through the chair, in addition to what you're actually asking, on the same Bwana PS, was your department represented in that meeting where Global Fund was and the other stakeholders where cancellation of this tender was actually done? Because I'm thinking, why would they then communicate to you if you did not have any representation in that meeting? And for your information, we have no minutes showing we have no minutes showing whatever was agreed, but every other person we've spoken to in this inquiry makes comments in regard to that meeting in Naivasha. Is it in Naivasha really? But yeah, okay, yes.
Thank you, Chair. I think I'll just answer all questions together, wholesale. Global Fund, I said, provides funds for malaria commodities, HIV/AIDS commodities, TB commodities, and I don't know which other. Right? TB and malaria were under the State Department for Professional Standards, Public Health. HIV/AIDS were under myself, right? So whenever anything came, there is a mailing list that is standard for the Global Fund, right? So when any issue comes that deals with whatever, you will get the email has copied to National Treasury, because it's the principal recipient. They have copied to the Ministry of Health, both PSS and everybody else, right? So it is not like they had to write to me as PS Medical Services at that particular moment as an individual. It was within the mailing list, right? And therefore then even the CS National Treasury received the same information. The CS Health received the same information, the same email. I received the same email because it is in the mailing list. Global Fund deals with all of us together. Thank you.
Senator Mida, you have something?
No, it seems like we invited both PS Tum, Engineer Tum, and Dr. Mulwa, who had no role in this issue. Because looking at, everyone has a disclaimer that, okay, everything, went on, but then, we never had any role. But I just wanted to ask Bwana PS. I think the first question Haji asked is that, was there anything, I call it kizungumkuti in this thing, because you realize Dr. Omar did a letter and advising that there was a missing link, in the specs. Then that letter does not get to Dr. Mulwa, but then it gets to the PS and it's advertised. And only Dr. Mulwa sees it in the newspaper. There's no communication in between. And only where he is now is when he realizes that, all these communications were going on. And I'm also sure, I think, sorry I came a bit late, that you also saw, I mean, after it was re-advertised. So surely this global tender was how many Bs? It's a lot of money, right? But then you can imagine within the same department, everyone else says it wasn't me. You know, it wasn't me, it didn't come to me, and then, you know, so it was more or less, you know, like there was a conveyor belt. But then at the end of the day, this thing was extended. So I'm just wondering, what mischief was this, Bwana PS? Because it seems there's a vacuum, there's some place where we are not really understanding, because why was this thing extended, and yet the same specs re-advertised and nothing was included again. And yet, according to Dr. Omar, there's something wrong, you know, the specs, and that's every reason why it was re-advertised. So surely, who is fooling who here? Because it's, to me, I'm perplexed, to me, I'm a bit, so kindly, Bwana PS, now that you are here, tusaidie tu kidogo, tufafanue, tuweze kuelewa. You also have Dr. Mulwa, which we cornered him the other time, and we asked him several questions, and he was with Dr. Omar. And in between again, there's still some, you know, that lacuna, the room that we didn't really understand other issues, because everyone says, sio mimi ilipita.
Na mtazamaji, tunaendelea kufuatilia matukio mbele ya kamati hiyo ya Seneti kuhusiana na sakata hiyo ya KEMSA, na tutakuwa tunakuletea taarifa zaidi kwenye taarifa zetu zijazo. Lakini kufikia hapo mtazamaji, nachukua pumziko fupi tu. Baada ya muda usiokuwa mrefu nitarejea na kuendelea na taarifa zaidi.